c'est l'esclavage en Europe, comme si nous étions au XVIe siècle.
You have to close the mouth about the condition and how they pay.
Vivo aquí en el Chabola, sin trabajo, sin comida, sin nada.
I'm in the Costa del Sol in southern Spain, where millions of holidaymakers come every year. What they don't realise is that behind them, running all the way up to the mountains, is this huge area of plastic greenhouses, a sort of industrial agricultural landscape. This is where they grow the tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers that supply Britain, Germany and Holland. Nearly all the big European supermarkets, including British retailers, buy their vegetables here to meet our constant demand for fresh salad. It's an industry worth over €2 billion a year to Spanish farmers. And along with tourism, agriculture has transformed the area, which was once the poorest province in Spain. But this boom's only been possible thanks to migrant labour. It's needed a cheap workforce that can be turned on and off at will, so it's sucked in thousands and thousands of foreigners, first Moroccans, then West Africans and Eastern Europeans. I've been told there's a large group of migrant workers living here, so I'm just going to come and see what the conditions are like in this place. Sang from Gambia has been working in Spain for the last 5 years. How many people are living here at the moment?
Roughly, sometimes we have 40 or above even 40 sometimes. It's here where the buses come to search for people to take to work.
Less than a mile away from the tourist hotels on the Costa del Sol, many migrants live in abandoned farmhouses with no running water or toilets. In the boom times, the authorities sent those arriving illegally from Africa here to work in the greenhouses. Experts believe there may now be up to 100,000 migrants living in Almeria, most without papers. Many, like Sang, came to Spain to make a better life for their families back home. When you send money back to Africa, how many people are you trying to support?
More than 30 people.
More than 30?
Yes, because my family is an extended family. Their aspiration and hope is on me right now because I am in need of whatsoever they expect. By the end of the month I send something to support them.
Sang actually thought he was one of the lucky ones. He wanted to show me where many other migrants are forced to live.
These are chabolas. These are the ones they call chabolas. They make this shelter, or they just make it like this with the vegetable boxes in order to stay, because they have nowhere to stay.
Sang told me there are hundreds of shacks like these, dotted among the greenhouses.
This is water. They collect it from elsewhere to bring it here because they have no water. Yeah.
But these are old pesticide bottles. They've got warning signs.
Yes.
What strikes you is the almost complete segregation. On the beach, the white population enjoys the sand and sea, and there are no blacks apart from hawkers. The Africans live out of sight in slums and say they're not welcome in town.
And here, 4 people live here, I can see. I think it's a sort of store.
Yeah. And that looks like a washing area, is it? They've
yes,
to,
it's a bathroom.
Keep a separate area for washing. It's really extraordinary to see conditions like this in the middle of 21st century Europe. People living in unbelievable squalor. Before leaving, I met Spitu, a migrant-turned-activist fighting for workers' rights.
Les agriculteurs, ils ont besoin juste d'une main-d'œuvre, pas qualifiée, malléable, qui ne coûte absolument rien. Et on n'améliore qu'un seul secteur, c'est le gros entrepreneur, c'est l'agrobusiness qui l'emporte, hein? C'est le capitaliste qui l'emporte et l'humanité est tuée comme ça. Les gens vont répondre. Tu vas me gifler une fois, la deuxième fois, je lève la main, quitte à ce que tu me tues, et c'est ce qui va arriver. Les gens font comme la sourde oreille. Mais tout le monde sait que ça existe, ce système. C'est l'esclavage en Europe. Aux portes de l'Europe, il y a l'esclavage, comme si nous étions au XVIe siècle. Disons quelque chose ensemble. Non. Tout le monde peut le dire. Non. Tout le monde peut dire, si vous continuez comme ça, on ne va plus acheter vos produits. Pourquoi on ne le dit pas?